I knock AJ out. I deliver what I supposed to deliver years ago. I deliver what they ran from. I deliver what he asked for $50 million for. I'm gonna give him a $50 million knockout.
I honestly listen to what people say sometimes. They're avoided, this person's running. I honestly think some people are deluded. Really, I do think that they've got some sort of a long-term concussion because no one's running. In terms of 50 million, I'm a businessman. If there was 50 million on the table, you think I'm not going to take it for a fight?
Anthony Joshua has just responded to Deontay Wilder, who has been calling him out for a long time. However, Joseph Parker gave a measured response when asked about Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, saying that while Joshua currently looks fresher and younger, making him the likely pick, boxing remains unpredictable and anything can happen on the night, leaving room for surprises despite the odds.
Eddie Hearn reckons AJ would knock out Wilder in 3 rounds. Off what you saw, how do you think that fight would go if that happens?
At the moment, you'll think that AJ looks a lot fresher and obviously younger, but you never know. From that performance, you would say AJ. But boxing is very surprising sometimes, unpredictable.
In my opinion, Deontay Wilder is getting older, while Anthony Joshua is younger and fresher, which could give Joshua the edge in terms of speed and endurance. That age difference might play a key role if the fight goes into the later rounds. Many analysts share this view, suggesting that Joshua's youth and current form give him a clear advantage over Wilder.
And I'm watching Eddie and Joshua down that side, and I'm thinking, they're shouting for Chisora, but I bet you they're hoping and praying that Wilder wins this because get that phone picked up straight away, get that off him because happen, he's like a sitting duck at the moment, Wilder. And listen, whatever we think of Joshua, I hope to God he's revamped, he's replenished and rejuvenated after what's happened recently, and he's training well with Usyk. He would absolutely wipe the floor with Wilder, based on what I seen the other day, and that's saying something because Anthony Joshua probably isn't the man that he was before, 3 or 4 years ago. Any heavyweight now will be rubbing their hands together for Wilder, in my opinion. I think it's just it's a severe decline, and all I worry about, as I've said time and time again, I know I'm like a broken record, is the fighter's health. I'd like to see him retire, but if he's not going to retire, any one of them heavyweights will be absolutely queuing up to get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Furthermore, Carl Froch said that when Deontay Wilder approached Anthony Joshua after the fight, Joshua appeared uncertain and hesitant, as if he wasn't fully sure how to respond. Froch suggested that Wilder looked ready to make the fight happen immediately, while Joshua's reaction seemed more reserved and unclear.
When Deontay Wilder walked from the ring, AJ was stood there looking a bit weird and a bit like confused, like, am I going to do anything? Am I not going to do anything? And Wilder, I think, said, let's do it next, let's do it, let's get it on. And AJ just sort of, he didn't say much. I think AJ's got this thing in his head where I don't think he's sure of himself. If he thinks about fighting Deontay Wilder, does he believe he can actually beat him? Because he's not boxed since September 24 when he got splattered by Dubois. And when I say he's not boxed, because since then he's fought that idiot Jake Paul. I mean, come on. He went in there and just beat Jake Paul up, give us a little bit of a show, didn't he? But for getting on for 2 years, he's not had a meaningful fight. And that meaningful fight, he got done bad. Face planting, you know what I mean?
Froch also questioned Joshua's confidence, pointing out his lack of meaningful recent fights since his loss to Daniel Dubois and suggesting that could affect his mindset. He added that while Eddie Hearn may push for the fight due to its commercial value, there are doubts about whether Joshua truly believes he can beat Wilder.
Where's he going to get his confidence from? And I know it's past his best Deontay Wilder, but I honestly don't think that Anthony Joshua believes in himself enough. Eddie Hearn will be telling him that's the fight, because he's right. Eddie knows how to make money, he's a businessman and he's a top promoter. And he'll be saying, look, Deontay Wilder's the fight for you. He's still a big name. He's now come off the back of a win against Chisora, so he's fresh in the mind of everybody. But I don't know if AJ believes he can beat Deontay. Well, maybe he does, maybe he wants to come back, maybe he wants to fight again. But I think if Deontay Wilder throws a couple of meaningful right hands and connects on AJ's chin, then the fight's over. AJ will be knocked out. He's got to fight confident in that fight. He's got to get behind the jab. He's got to put shots together. And Wilder looks like he still can tee up and load up with that right uppercut and that right hand. And if he connects on AJ's chin, it could be game over. Let me know what you think in the comments. But for me, that's a great fight. It's a fight I want to see. I think it will sell. It's a big one. So Eddie Hearn advising AJ to take the Wilder fight or to push for the Wilder fight is probably good advice. But I'm not so sure it's one that Anthony Joshua himself actually fancies. If I speak from my heart.
On the other hand, Johnny Nelson disagreed with Carl Froch, saying he no longer believes Deontay Wilder carries the same threat as before. He suggested Wilder's power and sharpness have declined, adding that Froch may be stirring debate rather than reflecting the current reality.
Carl Froch did a video on his channel today, and he said if Wilder lands on AJ could still be in trouble. But from what you saw last night, I don't think you think that, right?
Wilder's snapper's gone. Wilder's TNT is gone. Wilder's that punch is gone. He couldn't even let it go. He's just gone. So I don't believe that. I think Carl might be setting the cat amongst the pigeon, but I don't believe that.
Showbiz. The adult shared a clear view on a potential Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder fight, saying that while Wilder may lack technical depth, his right hand remains highly dangerous. He warned that Joshua's past vulnerability to big punches is a concern, and trying to take or counter that shot could be risky, as Wilder only needs one clean hit to change everything.
I'm not going to make this breakdown complex at all. We all know that Wilder doesn't have a jab, he doesn't have feet, he doesn't have head movement, he just has the right hand. Anthony AJ Joshua, textbook, fantastic heavyweight. But when you look at his fight against Dubois, he couldn't get away from the right hand, which makes you think Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder has a significant chance. But like I said at the beginning of this video, there's a line that is drawn, and the line stops there. Because the next time you see Anthony AJ Joshua, it's against Jake Paul. And Jake Paul, he's not a fantastic fighter, but neither is Wilder. Jake Paul only has one weapon, so does Wilder. And if you look at Anthony AJ Joshua, he made sure he was responsible even against a Jake Paul. But Jake Paul did hit him with a winging right that landed flush. But AJ invited it, trying to take steam off of it and counter with his right. That is the one thing he can't try to do against Deontay Wilder. If he tries that, Deontay Wilder was sleeping.